Okay, so in recent events, Wells Fargo has bought out Wachovia. True story. To welcome its new customers, Wells Fargo is offering a savings plan with an APR of 8% that compounds continuously. Not so true. If Mr. Barstool sells one of his kidneys on the black market for $10,000 and invests the money into a savings plan, how long will it take for his money to triple? So I want my money to triple. I'm investing $10,000. APR 8%, compounding continuously. Compounding continuously means that I'm going to be using PERT. Easy parts about this: initial amount, that's going to be my 10 grand from selling my kidney. So 10 grand, E to the, and then R is going to be that 8% is my R, but even though 8% is R, what you're going to have to do to make that means R is 0.08. So this is 8%, 2 decimals over. So this is going to be raised to the 0.08 T. So this is going to be my my bank account. Let's say my savings account, and we'll call it M for my account. Looks like this. If I want the money to triple, that means it's going to end up looking like 30,000, hopefully. So this would help me triple my money. And at that point, what I could do is go ahead and plug it into the calculator. Now, the tricky part about this is then I would have to find when this equals 30,000. If I graph this 10,000 E to the parentheses 0.08 X, this is not going to look so nice unless I change the window. So the window, my X values are right here. The only possible X values I could have are 1.3 all the way up to 14.2. So that means my window doesn't need to be any bigger than 0 to maybe 15 years. My money is going to go anywhere from 10,000 all the way up to 30,000. So starting at 10,000, then my money goes all the way up to 30,000. But since I want it to go and reach 30,000 and maybe see above it a little bit, I'm going to increase this to 40,000. And let's see, let's increment this by 1,000. So taking a look at this graph, starts at 10,000. My money grows. Let's see, when will that equal 30,000? Right there. Second trace, find the intersection. First curve, second curve. I don't feel like guessing. The answer is 13.733. 13.733. So that would be this answer right there. Something else that's important. I was trying to find a problem where the money triples, but I was also given $10,000 as my initial amount. Now what we'll notice is if I start to solve this problem by hand, I divide by 10,000. That gets rid of that. 30,000 divided by 10,000 is 3. And I end up getting this. So E to the 0.08 T, when does that equal 3? That's interesting because if I start with any amount, let's say I start with $25. If if I start with $25 and I do the same thing, set this up, 3 times 5 when it times 25 when it triples is going to be 75. But just like in this problem, if I divide by 25, I still get 3 equals e to the 0.08 t. So basically what's happening is it doesn't matter what I start with. It only matters what I'm trying to get. So if I want a triple, all I have to do is put a 3 here. Because whatever I put there is just going to be 3 times as much as what I had on here. And when I divide, as you can see in a couple different cases, it's still going to just give me 3.